Hi Shogi fans, this is One Eye and today I'd like to show you the first game of 38th Kiou tournament. This game was played between Goda Masataka, who is the Kiou title holder, and Watanabe Akira, who is the challenger but also holder of Ryo title. So here it starts. Pawn to 6, pawn 8-4, pawn to 5, pawn 8-5. Gold defends the bishop head and pawn to 4. Goda exchange the rook pawn. Here Watanabe defends and Goda have few options to play here, but he decided to move the rook back. Watanabe moved the edge pawn and Goda doesn't let him to move any further, so he pushes his 1-2. Watanabe opens the bishop diagonal and Goda starts to climb with his silver. And to defend this attack, Watanabe exchanged the pawn to have one in hand. And of course he retreats the rook to here to protect this 5. So now Goda climbed his silver again. And Watanabe pushes this pawn. Now the question could be, what if Goda keeps climbing with the silver? Like this. Then Watanabe can play pawn 7-5, and if Goda would continue attacking, this bishop would defend the attack, like for example this, blocking the rook, right, and he would lose the silver. So this is why he first played pawn 7-6 to open the bishop diagonal, but Watanabe immediately exchanged the bishops and protect against bogeying with knight up. Now Goda has pushed the edge pawn and Watanabe defends with silver move. And here Watanabe playing the king move, and the interesting variation would be what if he doesn't do it, like silver move, like this. Then as a center you could push this pawn, and if Goda keeps ignoring, you could attack like this. Pawn takes, pawn sacrifice, and bishop drop. It's very interesting in my opinion. So Watanabe saw it coming and moved the king first. And here Goda decided to make a Yagura castle. After that, Watanabe searches for a way to activate this silver, but also Goda searched for a way to activate his silver. And here Watanabe makes an attempt to make a silver crown. So as you can see, this pawn is unprotected, but Sente cannot take it. Like for example, rook takes, and pawn drop here. Maybe Sente could take this pawn, but the rook leaves the good column for him, so there's also this bishop drop. So I don't think it's very comfortable for Sente to do it like this. So Goda didn't take it. He developed his silver to here. Now Watanabe prepares to finish his castle. So do Goda. There is the silver crown. Gold moves up. And Watanabe makes space for his silver to go up. Here Goda push the 4-5 pawn to make a space here. As we will see, it will be very useful. Watanabe fixed the edge weakness and Goda start castling. And here Goda drops this fine bishop. Watanabe opposed it with this pawn, and one proposition to use this pawn was to move the silver up and drop the bishop to here. And other one was to move the gold. And if Sente moves this pawn now, then this bishop drop is possible. Bishop must take because there is an attack, indirect attack for this rook. Silver takes, bishop drop, and the rook moves to 5-2 square. Bishop can promote, but this attack is too strong. Sente cannot take this pawn with any piece. For example, pawn takes and king rook fork. And if he takes it with the silver, then Goda can sacrifice the rook. And again, bishop drop. But what was played is king castle and king castle. And here Watanabe finishes his castle and he's prepared to attack. But Goda moves his rook to 4-5 to try to activate it. And here Watanabe played silver 6-4, but it's opposed with pawn 6-5, and silver retreats, making the Watanabe lose 2 moves. I'm not sure why he did it. Maybe he wanted this pawn to advance. And Goda can start finding some threats here. For example, pawn moves, pawn takes, and bishop can promote here. So of course Watanabe didn't want it, and he dropped the bishop to 5-3 now, and he tries to protect here and also same time to attack here, which is a brilliant move in my opinion. But Goda moves the knight up, developing the attack even more. And Watanabe will concentrate on the edge now with those 2 pieces and this one, and he will add a silver. We will see if it's effective. So Goda moves the rook back here because there is no attack here anymore with this bishop. Watanabe develops the silver and Goda drops the pawn. So there are 2 options here. There is an interesting variation if Watanabe would take this pawn with the knight. Then Sente could take this knight with knight, pawn takes, and knight drop to h3, attacking the lance. Also, you should remember about this bishop, so it's double attack. If for example, Goda would defend it with a knight jump, then knight could promote. And here, because this knight is protected only by silver, we can drop the lance to attack the silver, and of course he cannot block it because this knight is it's not protected now. But before we take it, a good move is to drop the pawn here, make the silver go, and now we can promote. But Watanabe took this pawn with the pawn, and Goda took it with the knight. And of course, if Watanabe would take this knight now, then Goda doesn't simply retake it, but drop the pawn here. So he didn't take it, and he dropped the pawn to 2-4. So here Goda takes this knight with promotion, and Watanabe retakes, which creates a nice defense in the front, so it's hard to attack here with the rook. Everybody expected now to Goda to attack like this, but Goda moved the board here. I'm not sure if it's a good move. If I understood the comments well, this move was thought as too defensive one. So now Watanabe can play an attacking move, but this is where Goda drops the knight, so it isn't this easy at all. And Watanabe must defend. As we saw before, this move isn't possible, so he needs to waste another knight to protect. And here Goda doesn't have to hurry, this lance can move, so he just take the 9-5 pawn, the silver takes, and now he takes this lance, rook takes, and he takes the silver, gaining material, and simply protects with a pawn drop. Here it would be dangerous for Watanabe to continue any attack, for example knight up, because the silver is too close to the rook, So he decided to move the rook back. The other square possible was to move it to 9-2. But here Kiou, title holder, makes a great move with pawn 6-4 sacrifice. If pawn takes, it makes the space for the silver, and so it was played. The only chance for Watanabe to continue is to keep this bishop opened, so he does it. The silver can promote now, so Watanabe needs to run. And Goda continues the attack with pawn push. Pawn takes, pawn drop to 2-5, makes a good attack, and pawn push to 1-5. It cannot be ignored because it's painful to cut the escaping route for the king, right? And pawn drop to here. It's a very good move because if it's taken, then the silver can be activated and it's dangerous. And of course this pawn will be taken in next few moves. So Watanabe decided to ignore it for now, and he dropped the knight to here. So in this position, Goda doesn't have to really care about this attack. If it happens, the king can just take it and go away from the edge, and it is safer. So Goda decided to take this pawn, and Watanabe needs to continue attacking, so he jumped with this knight. Yes, and in this position there are 3 pieces looking at this square, so everybody thought it's dangerous. There are many moves to defend it, like pawn push or I don't know, lance drop, but Goda found this lance drop, which was thought as the best one because it slows down the rook greatly. And if, for example, this knight promotes to here, knight takes, rook takes, pawn drop, and center would be safe here. So yes, this slows down the Goda enough. So here Goda has the time to promote this pawn. Of course, Watanabe cannot take it, so he takes the lance, check, Gold has to take, and now Goda takes the knight, which he would like to drop to this square, but Watanabe foresees it and he drops the lance to attack, to protect the square, right? And Goda have to defend with a pawn drop. So Watanabe can take this gold, but now it's time for the knight drop. So here there are a few possible moves, like you could ask why not to continue with this pawn promotion, then the king should run, the knight could promote, gold could take, lance drop, silver drop, and rook goes to here. Goda was afraid of this variation, but he felt confident. What other is possible? What other variation is to drop the lance to here, and after this lance drop, this pawn takes, would be expected, rook takes, and this knight promotion is almost a tsume, like king takes, cord drop, king runs, cord drop, king goes to here, and a pawn drop to make the bishop go off this diagonal. Remember about this knight bishop protecting this square. And if bishop takes, we simply take the silver and center would win. So if we go back, not this much. Watanabe played gold move back instead of any other, but here Goda can defend now with pawn takes pawn, and Watanabe played this lance to make the rook go away, and so Goda does. Now the rook can take this pawn, and what you can see is that it keeps attacking here, but Goda doesn't mind it. He just dropped the pawn to here, attacking the silver. Silver has to run because it's too close to the king, and silver goes up to here. The other line that was thought to be good is to move the rook to here, but Goda decided to move the silver. And in this moment, Watanabe fell into Byoyami, but he played a strong move. Bishop takes the silver, pawn takes, and go drop to here. It looks very dangerous. King runs to here, gold takes. Everybody thought that Goda would run to here, but he was determined and he took the gold. Knight drop, gold takes. Of course he cannot just run because there is this rook right. So gold takes. If it's knight unpromoted, then Goda can just run to here, right? So Watanabe decided to promote the knight. But yes, it's Atsume, starting, for example, from this pawn drop, rook takes, core drop, rook takes, rook takes. It will be a simple Atsume. But, well, in truth, Goda has Atsume right now. So, can you find it? I think it's easy. It's core drop to 3-3. And here Watanabe resigned. So the following lines are like king to 1-2, core drop to 2, gold takes, king takes, bishop drop, king moves, core drop, king moves, and double check. Or gold takes, king takes, and knight drop, king runs, core drop, and a mate. So with this beautiful Tsume, first game goes to Goda. But as you can see here, Watanabe still has some chance to win. Let's wish him good luck. And the next game will be on 23rd of February, it's Saturday. I will be commentating the next game. Hope to see you then. Bye.